This video is just a rant. I just want to talk about the gun laws. I think that it is outrageous that you can walk into a store and purchase a gun and there is no consideration for the mental state of the person buying the gun. It doesn't make any sense. And I know they do a background check. I know there's some protocol in place, but there is not a protocol in place that establishes the emotional stability of the person buying the gun. And it doesn't make any sense. And then we wonder why people shoot up schools and workplaces and people hurt their spouses or children, all these different things, because a person can get a gun in less than a week. And then there's no consideration for what state of mind was that person in. And so to me, there should be more that can be done. For example, maybe someone has to pay out of their own pocket, right? Because they purchase a gun, they have money to purchase a gun. Out of their own pocket, they go through some type of counseling, some type of anger management, whether they have ever had any anger management, whether they go through something that detects if they're depressed or could possibly have some type of depression or been through some type of recent traumatic event or something that is looming under the surface or festering under the surface, something recent that has happened that they have to go through counseling or therapy to determine are they in a good emotional state. And I'm talking about 3 months or 6 months before they can purchase a gun. Because, when I think about it, we typically buy guns to hunt or to protect our families, right? But we don't know the other reasons why, guns end up in hands of people who have no business with guns in their hands, right? And so for me, I'm just kind of like, okay, there should be laws where if you purchase a gun, anybody else who has access to that gun has to go through some type of training, some type of counseling or therapy where they have to show up and talk to a therapist, a licensed therapist who can evaluate their mental state. So I'm talking about parents, children, anybody that's going to be in the house that's going to have access to that gun. There should be some protocols in place to protect people who are innocent bystanders, people who have no idea what's happening with this person on the inside, and they're mentally unstable, have no reason having a gun in their possession whatsoever. But we allow people to purchase guns that have no business with guns at all. And so I get it that it's an ego boost for a lot of people. It's, it's a way for a coward to feel like they can protect themselves. I get all that, but it still doesn't make any sense that we will allow somebody to purchase a gun who is mentally unstable, who is mentally incapable of making a reasonable or rational decision. Completely doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense at all. No more sense than a person can check themselves out of a mental facility after a 48 or 72 hour hold. Doesn't make any sense. Like, if I am checked into a mental facility, you're telling me within 3 days or 4 days, I can make the decision rationally that I'm able to check myself, that I'm okay to check myself out of the hospital. That didn't make any sense. I mean, what is the purpose of a person going to a mental facility if they can check themselves out? It just doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Things that just don't make any sense to me.